I know that I was just getting on PSG because with them losing Mbappe, I mean, how can you not make fun of PSG? But we got to talk about possible replacements, right? Because you have to replace Mbappe. You can't let him leave and then you don't spend money in the summer. I already said, I think PSG are going to be in for a big summer. And I think they're going to have to sign two big name attacking players. Now, my prediction months ago was PSG are going to sign Victor Osimhen and Rafael Leao. Now, the Leao links have cooled down, but the Osimhen ones have gone nowhere. And I don't even rate Osimhen like that. But he is a big name player, and he's going to be a new shiny toy to distract the PSG fans from the massive L that they just took this transfer window by losing their generational player for free. Now, I think he could do well in the French league. I don't necessarily rate Victor Osimhen. I think his price is way too expensive. And that's what this report's saying, right? They're saying that PSG, they are interested in him, but they do not want to pay the 130 million that Napoli may want. I wouldn't even want to pay 100 million for Victor Osimhen. I think most he's worth like 80 M's. But again, PSG are desperate. They are going to have to sign players so that their fans do not riot. Literally. And I'm just interested to see if it is him. I was seeing reports that they're looking at Osimhen and his teammate Kravetskia. I don't even know how to say that guy's name. I tell you, if you say his name 3 times in a mirror, a monster might appear. Right? It should sound like a spell from Harry Potter or something. The winger from Georgia. The Napoli teammates. I can see that happening, but I don't think Napoli would necessarily want to lose both of their star players. And Napoli are like the mafia. It's a very hard team to negotiate with. And Osimhen a few seasons ago was cooking when they won Serie A. And then last season, he kind of fell off a bit. In AFCON, he didn't do shit either. I just don't really get the hype with him. He's tall, he's physical, decent in the air, but he's not that clinical. He's not that good with the ball at his feet. He's really just a pace merchant. He's a pace and power kind of player. I'm going to be real. But again, new shiny toy that I think PSG are going to need. And again, that PSG's attack, you take Mbappe out of that side, that shit look like it's a Wolverhampton team. That attack is so mid. Goncalo Ramos, mid. Colomani, mid. Marco Asensio, God do it to you, my guy, but mid. Like, what are we doing here? Their attack is not good. So that, their front three, the final third, they got to address that area as soon as possible. And I think a lot of teams are going to quote them some really high prices because everybody knows that PSG has money and everybody's now going to be aware that you're desperate because you lost Mbappe. So how are you going to replace him? On top of that, the French league needs PSG to sign some big name players because with Mbappe not being there, people already didn't watch the league, right? People barely watched the French league when Messi and Neymar were playing at PSG with Mbappe. Now that Mbappe is out of there, what the hell is going to make you want to watch that league? Unless you're French and unless you live in that country, nobody's paying for that package because it's not going to be free, right? Like for La Liga, I have to pay for ESPN Plus to watch those games, right? For the Premier League, some of the games come on national TV on NBC, but a lot of the other games, you got to have Peacock, which costs money. But you'll pay it because the league is entertaining. What the fuck am I watching the French league for if there's now no Mbappe? I don't even think that they have a sponsor for next season. They're trying to negotiate TV rights. I think BN Sports dropped them. They said, oh, Mbappe's out? We're out. Because that was the only reason why people were watching. So yeah, PSG need to sign some stars. They need to bring in like 3 or 4 big players. I think they will probably spend like 300 million or 400 million this summer. I think PSG are going to do a madness this summer. I do. Because the country is literally depending on it. That league will not survive if PSG do not bring in some star power. I'm telling you, nobody's gonna watch it. So yeah, look, we'll see. Victor Osimhen, though, to PSG makes a lot of sense to me. He's also being linked with Chelsea. And that's kind of it for him, if I'm being honest. Like, he hasn't really been linked to that many teams as of lately. But yeah, I think PSG just makes the most sense. It's a domino effect. And I think he would bag a lot of goals in the French league, right? I know that the French league gets disrespected, but they do have a lot of talent there, mainly the youngsters, right? Like all these players that we rate nowadays, a lot of them came through League One. So fair enough. But nah, league's just not for me. What do you guys think though?